What if I told you that Prince might have known who was behind Michael Jackson's death? Sounds wild, right? But the truth might be even crazier than we thought. A lot of people believe that Michael Jackson and Prince were big rivals. You've probably heard the stories, how they refused to work together, how they had beef over performances and music. But what most people don't know is that behind the scenes, these two legends were actually a lot closer than we were led to believe. They had more in common than just music and fame. They shared fears, real fears about people trying to control their careers and even their lives. Let's talk about Michael's final days. Before he died in 2009, Michael Jackson was preparing for his massive comeback with the This Is It tour. But behind closed doors, he had been writing a secret diary. In this diary, Michael talked about so many things: his dreams, his fears, and even names of people he didn't trust. He wrote about wanting to be remembered like a movie legend. He didn't just want to be a pop star, he wanted plays, merchandise, cookies, and even his own soda line. He dreamed of making $20 million a week through concerts and big brand deals with companies like Nike. But not everything he wrote was about business. Michael also wrote something very disturbing. He said he felt like someone was stalking him. He believed people were trying to destroy him, people who were after one thing: his music catalogue. He said, "Evil people everywhere. They want to destroy me and take over my publishing company." According to his own words, these people didn't just want to hurt him, they wanted to silence him forever. Now here's where it gets strange. After Michael died, that diary, it disappeared, gone, vanished. No one knows where it went. Was it a coincidence? Or was someone trying to erase his truth before it got out? People are still asking, who had the most to lose if Michael's words were ever made public? Michael's feelings about the music industry weren't exactly a secret. He had even spoken in interviews and at events, saying that record companies, especially Sony, were out to cheat artists, especially black artists. He called them out by name. One of the people he mentioned was Tommy Mottola, a big executive at Sony. Michael called him devilish and said that people like him were part of the problem. It's no surprise then that Michael believed his life was in danger because of people like that. And guess what? He wasn't the only one. Just like Michael Jackson, Prince had his own problems with the music industry, but instead of hiding it, Prince went public. Everyone remembers the time he showed up with the word slave written across his face. That wasn't a fashion statement, it was a message. Prince was telling the world that he didn't own his name or his music. Warner Brothers, the record company he was signed to, had full control. So Prince fought back the only way he could, by changing his name to a symbol. That's when people started calling him the artist formerly known as Prince. Prince didn't stop there. In interviews, he talked about trying to buy back his masters, which are the original recordings of his music. But the company said no. So Prince made a bold move. He said he would re-record all of his music so that fans could choose who to support, the big record label or him. That way, he would have a catalogue of his own music that he controlled completely. Sound familiar? That's right. Prince was fighting for the same thing Michael was fighting for: ownership. Michael wasn't the only person who felt that people wanted his catalogue. His sister, LaToya Jackson, came forward and said that her brother was afraid. He told her that his life was in danger. According to LaToya, Michael said it over and over again, that someone wanted to take him out because of his publishing rights. After his death, she believed that Dr. Conrad Murray was just a cover-up. She called him the Fall Guy and said that the real people behind Michael's death had planned it all along. She said, "They planned to take my brother out, and my brother knew it." These weren't just rumors. Michael was very vocal about what he felt was happening to him. He believed the system was trying to ruin him because of what he owned. And while the public was focused on Conrad Murray being guilty, LaToya and others were saying something bigger was going on, something darker. When you compare Michael's experience with what Prince went through, it becomes clear that they were both in the middle of a major battle. It wasn't just about music, it was about power, and both of them were trying to win that fight. But here's the question: if they were both battling the same enemies, did they ever talk about it? If you only listened to the stories in the news, you'd think Michael and Prince hated each other. But behind the scenes, the truth was more complicated. Sure, there were moments when things got intense between them, like the time Prince turned down Michael's offer to sing on We Are the World, or when he refused to appear in Michael's Bad Music video. Prince even joked, "Who's gonna sing Your Butt Is Mine to who?" It was clear he wasn't interested in playing second to MJ in any way. And then there was that weird ping-pong match. Former sound engineer David Z said MJ and Prince played a super competitive game at an LA studio. Prince started teasing Michael, asking if he wanted him to slam the ball. Michael got nervous, dropped his paddle and walked away. Prince strutted around like a rooster afterward, saying Michael played like Helen Keller. Yeah, it got that personal. Even crazier was what happened in Vegas. According to will.i.am, Michael was secretly sitting in the audience at Prince's show. Prince knew it. And during his performance, Prince walked right up to where Michael was sitting and played slap bass aggressively in his face. Later, Michael asked Will, "Why do you think Prince was playing bass in my face?" He was clearly upset, calling Prince a big meanie and saying people praised Prince like he was a genius while they only saw Michael as a song and dance man. But none of that really changed the deeper truth. They might have had a rivalry on the surface, but it was clear they were both affected by each other. After Michael's death, Prince started adding "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough" to his shows. That wasn't just a tribute, it showed how deeply he was touched by losing MJ. Tabby Smiley, a close friend of Prince, later said that when Prince found out Michael had died, he locked himself in his room for days and didn't speak to anyone. He cancelled his rehearsals. That's not something you do for someone you didn't care about. And let's not forget, both Michael and Prince died in ways that still don't sit right with many people. Michael was about to start his This Is It tour, and Prince was reportedly healthier than ever before he suddenly overdosed. The people closest to them said they seemed nervous and scared in the days leading up to their deaths. So now people are asking the big question. If Michael told Prince what he knew, did Prince leave behind a message too? We already know about Michael's missing diary, but what if Prince had something of his own? A warning, a truth he was trying to tell us before it was too late? Stay tuned, share, like and subscribe, because what comes next may change everything.